What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So when we think about everyday carry stuff, EDC stuff, oftentimes it's pretty easy to go to talk about pocket knives because that's like one of my favorite things. But in and amongst all of the EDC stuff, I don't know how many of you in 2023, Leslie doesn't carry a pen really. She doesn't use a pen a lot. She does carry one, but she doesn't use it a lot. I use a pen every day, multiple times a day. I still write on paper, and so we're going to go through a few of the pens that I have. We'll go through all of the pens that I have, and I'll tell you why I use some and why I use others, and what I use some for and others for. This is a fountain pen, actually, and so we've got a few of each: ballpoints, fountain pens, that kind of stuff, and there are different use cases and what I use them for. So we'll leave links to as many of the pens that I can find links for in the description. Maybe you'll get an idea for yourself or for a gift. And yeah, let me show you. Okay, so writing utensils for me kind of fall into a couple of categories. The EDC, everyday, in my pocket, backpack kind of stuff here, and then kind of fancier dressing up section over here. So we'll do the EDC stuff first, and then we'll do the fancy pens second. My very first kind of EDC pen that I ever got was this Parker, and it is a fantastic pen. It's just, and I still use it sometimes. I have a couple backpacks, and this is in my like backup backpack. It's just a kind of a inexpensive stainless. It writes okay, but like once you've written with something else, it doesn't write that great, but it's pretty good and it's super heavy duty and you don't have to worry about it. The only thing I don't like about click pens for EDC is you'll accidentally click them and deploy them sometimes. And so you'll end up, if you put this in your pocket, it'll accidentally deploy into your pocket and get ink in your pocket. So I do not like that for EDC stuff. If we're talking ballpoints, this is my favorite ballpoint pen for EDC stuff. This is the Tactile Turn bolt action pen in titanium. It's the short one. It is the regular width one. They have a slim one too, but I like this one just because of how it fits in my hand. And the reason I like ballpoint, the reason I like the bolt action is because you can't accidentally deploy it. Like I said, if you clip this on the edge of your jeans, it will not like accidentally ink your pocket up. And so I really like this a lot. This is probably one of my favorite pens. You can put any number of refills in it, and it's just a great pen. So I actually have a second one. This is the copper one. You can see it's pretty well patinaed. It lives in my backpack and it is fantastic. It's heavy. The downside to copper is if you write for a long time, it will make your hand smell like copper, like an old penny. But other than that, I really like this pen a lot. This one lives in my backpack. This is the pen that if you borrow a pen from me, hey, can I borrow your pen? This is the pen that you're probably gonna get, because I actually have really gotten into fountain pens lately. And we'll first talk about the backpack fountain pen. This is the backpack fountain pen that to me, it's the Rubbermaid of fountain pens. It's the Lamy Safari. It's super heavy duty. In the aspect of being able to beat it up, it's just, I put cartridges in it because that keeps it safest from leaking and all that kind of stuff. It still writes really well, but it's just kind of a backup pen in my backpack. The main pen that I carry in my pocket 99% of the time is the Big Idea Designs Fountain EDC. This is in my pocket in a little carrier 100% of the time these days, and it's what I use the most. If it's not that one, then it's the Tactile Turn bolt action pen. In my jeans, in my regular pants, whatever you want to use, this is the pen that's in my pocket at all times. I absolutely love it. It is a converter pen, so it has a little converter pen. So I use, I think what do I have in here now? I can't remember the ink that I have in this now. But it's good ink, I really like it, and it writes well. If I can think of the ink, I will put it in the description below so you can you can buy it as well. I have not had this pen very long, but so far, so good. All right, so on the fancier side of life, like when I'm dressing up, for example, this is the space shuttle version of the Fisher Space Pen. It can write upside down and backwards, and because it's got a pressurized cartridge in it. If you want a really nice pen for not tons and tons of money, this is a really cool pen to have. It's very small in diameter, so if you like a fat pen, this will not be the one. It's got these little machined grooves in it. It writes really well. Now, the reason I don't carry this in my pocket all the time is because the deployment is very, very light. And the way you retract the pen is this little button on the side. So a lot of times what will happen is if I put this in my pocket, this will deploy in my pocket. And since it can write in any position, it will accidentally sometimes get ink in your pocket. So I do not carry this pen in my jeans pocket or in my pants pocket. I carry this in jacket pockets, that sort of thing. And because it's nice looking, this is more of a dress pen for me, if you will, like if I'm going out somewhere. But that thing deploys so easy. It would also be a great desk pen, obviously. And if you figure out a way to carry it without it inking up your pocket, that's cool. It's pretty heavy duty and it does whatever you want it to do. And it writes really, really well. So when we're talking about our nicer pens too, this one kind of falls between casual and dress for me. This is the Monteverde Innova Formula. This is a fountain pen. This is a converter pen, but I have a cartridge in it right now. This is a fantastic pen also. It's, again, fairly reasonably priced. It's not super duper expensive. It's really nice, feels really well. I love this braided stuff. There's carbon fiber accents. It's just really cool. It comes in a few different colors, but I didn't have it. Everything I have is like silver. So I got this just to be a little bit different in my collection. And I've been writing with this a lot. This has been my desk pen. So if I'm writing in my journal, if I've been, doing anything at home here, this is the pen I've been using 99% of the time lately. And as far as dress fountain pen, this is my dress up fountain pen. This is a Pinieder Bellezza Grande Bellezza something Italian, whatever, because it's an Italian pen. This is the Rocco version, so it's all black. And what's really neat about this pen is it's magnetic. So the capping mechanism is magnetic. It's got a great nib on it. It writes really well. This is actually a piston fill pen. So when you twist this, there's a piston that comes in here and it draws ink up into the pen. You write with it, then you push the air out, and then you pull ink back up in the pen with the piston. And it posts magnetically as well. And it writes really well, and I really, 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 really like it a lot. I really like this pen. So if you really want to dress up, I kind of went bonkers. This is a little over the top, but this is my Mont Blanc. And this is actually pre-fountain pen. So this is actually a ballpoint. This is a Mont Blanc ballpoint. This is from the Star Walker series. So there's a little blue kind of thing here. It's something to do with the moon landing, but this is a really, really nice pen. This is a resin barrel, and the unit down here, this is all platinum plated. This is all platinum. This is all platinum. It's really nice. And what's interesting is the section down here is what I meant to say. The section down here is real heavy because it's platinum plated and it's steel. And then this is really light, so it feels really nice in your hand. It's really, really nice. I really, really love this pen a lot. I carry this pen anytime, and I do have dress clothes on more than you would think, and I carry this pen anytime I have dress clothes on. It's always in my pocket. Usually I carry two at the same time, so usually when I'm dressed up, it's this pen and this one, or this one. So a fountain and a ballpoint at all times. just like anything else, you can nerd out about just about anything. And pens are fun. I like them a lot. This fountain pen's been living in my pocket pretty much exclusively. But like I said, we use those other ones for all kinds of other stuff, and they all get use for various reasons. So it's just like pocket knives, only for writing. Anyway, thanks for hanging out, and I guess we'll see you in the next video. If you want me to dive into any one of these in particular, please let me know, and maybe we'll do a closer deep dive video on a style or ink or whatever you want to know. Put it in the comments and I'll dive into it. I'm newer to the pen thing on the fountain pen side especially. Ballpoints I've got down, but the fountain pen thing's new to me. So if you have any questions from a newbie perspective, I could probably help you with that. We'll see you soon.